Hey guys, what's up? It's Darwin, live from here inside of the van again, up here at the trailhead to the Sandias. So this week I'm going to be doing another collaboration video with a few cats here on YouTube. This week we're going to do a video on our scariest backpacking story that we have from going on a backpacking trip. Either a backpacking trip, a hiking trip, but the scariest story that we have. So the number one story that came to my mind is not an AT story. As you would think, spending 4 months out on the AT last year, I would probably have my scariest story. But it actually comes from a few years ago at a place called Red River Gorge in Kentucky. So Snuggles and I go out for this 3-day backpacking trip in Red River Gorge, Kentucky. We go out for the first day, we hike in, we get in a pretty big solid day, about 12 miles, and we make camp. We wanted to get off the trail, and unlike the AT, you know, there's no designated camp spots, and there's no shelters or anything. So it's pretty much you're making a camp, you know, within the leave no trace boundaries. Definitely find a spot that looks a little worn in, like it has been a camp, and close to a water source. So we make camp next to this stream pretty far off the trail. We kind of had to trek in a little bit, but it looked like somebody had camped there before long ago, because there was a fire pit. So we set up our tent, we get some water, we eat dinner, we sit out under the stars. It gets late. Finally, we decide to retire to the tent, right? So we are going into the tent. Finally, we fall asleep. It's about 2 a.m. And all of a sudden, from a distance, real far from a distance, really faint, I get woke up by the sound of someone yelling. First off, I wake up scared as hell, because we're literally out in the middle of nowhere. Red River Gorge, if any of you have ever been there, they're very nicely marked trail systems, but it's not a very populated area, especially during the week, which we were. So we hadn't really seen anybody that first day that we went out hiking all day long. So we were in a pretty remote area. And to wake up at 2 a.m. to hear someone screaming in the background, first off, that scared the shit out of me. That was scary enough. And I laid there with my eyes open. Snuggles is still asleep, probably snoring. And I hear it again. Hello? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody in there? My eyes get huge. Real big. Again, 2 a.m., out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody should have found us. And it keeps getting louder and closer. And then all of a sudden, flashlights start hitting the tent. I'm freaking out. I start nudging her. And then I hear, is there anybody in there? And I said, can I help you? And all of a sudden a voice goes, this is the U.S. Forest Ranger Service. How many of you are in there? I immediately sit up and kind of snap into it. And I was like, there's two. Is there a problem? And he's like, there is a problem. We need you to get out here right now. So I'm rustling around trying to find my pants, put my shirt back on. And I unzip the tent, and there's a ranger with a flashlight right in my eyes. Snuggles is kind of freaking out because she's just now waking up. And he's like, we need you to step out of the tent. I was like, okay. I get out of the tent. I said, is there a problem? And he said, yeah, there's a huge problem. You're right in the middle of a 50-acre forest fire that's been burning for a few hours now. We need you to evacuate the area as soon as possible. So again, there we are, 2 a.m., out in the middle of nowhere, get woke up by rangers. Number one, how the hell they found us, I have no clue. Where we were sitting, you couldn't even have seen us off of the trail. So how they knew that we were there, I don't know. Kind of gives me the creeps a little bit. But anyways, so 2 a.m., we get found, we get woke up, scared shitless, and then find out that all around us there's a 50-acre forest fire. So we start breaking camp. The ranger lets us know, break camp as soon as you can, tells us the direction on the trail that we need to get out to, And he said there's a certain trail marker at this intersection, and whenever you get there, you're safe. Anywhere past that, you know, you can camp, do whatever you got to do, but we need you to get out of this section of the forest. So Snuggles and I break down camp super fast, take our bear bag out of the tree, get everything packed up. I swear it took us like maybe 30 seconds. I mean, that was the fastest I've ever broke down camp, ever got prepared for anything in my entire life. We get everything in. At this point, adrenaline's just rushing. We hike out, we hike up this mountain, and as we're hiking, we're looking over to the right, and you can just see this orange glow just burning, and it freaking us out. You can smell the smoke. We get up to the top of this mountain, to this intersection, and we look back, and you can just see the whole forest on fire. Crazy. And you can see on top of this mountain exactly like the spot that we were in and how insanely close the fire was. So, again, just raged out with adrenaline. Our plan was to stop and camp. We stopped. We ate breakfast. We drank coffee. We're both freaking out and just hit with adrenaline. We couldn't sleep. So we started hiking, and we put in like a 20-mile day that day. Just went and hiked and hiked. And it's funny because we kept running into people all day long that were like, "Don't go that way. Did you hear about the big forest fire?" And we'd laugh and have to explain it. Yeah, definitely the scariest situation and scariest story that I have from backpacking. You know, we ended up finding out that fire burned for like almost 2 days, and it burnt like that entire place that we were camping. Because later on, I think it was about 4 months later, Snuggles and I went back camping at Red River Gorge, and you could see in the spot that we were at, you could see all the burn spots. You could see all the black and the ash. So, if those rangers wouldn't have found us, we could have burned up in that fire, which is pretty damn scary. So, that definitely wins my scariest backpacking story. If you want to hear some more scary-ass backpacking stories, or hiking stories, or whatever these guys are going to throw out, after you watch this video, definitely make sure you go over and check out Pie on the Trail. Make sure you check out Jacob's channel, Andy's channel, and Caesar. And all four of those guys are also going to be doing a video on their scariest backpacking / hiking / outdoor adventure. So definitely make sure you check those out. Subscribe to their channels and give them some love from Darwin on the Trail. So, we're getting super close. We have 2 weeks left. 2 weeks until we head back out to the East Coast to jump back on the AT. Getting super excited. It's really fun for me to sit here and make these more blog style videos from inside the van. And in the next 2 weeks, you're going to be seeing a lot of this as we get prepared and we head out on our way. So last week I hit over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for making that happen. If you want to, go ahead and like or dislike this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Go over and check out darwinonthetrail.com and take a look at those Snuggles diaries that Snuggles has been posting weekly on our trip last year. And then this year she'll be posting new diary entries. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.